Hi, everybody out there. My name is Jane Liebecker, and I'm coming to you from Seattle, Washington. And I am a certified coach using the Clifton Strengths Assessment as one of my tools.
I am Annetta Fields joining you from Maryland. I too am a certified coach, and I love to use the Gallup Strengths Assessment as a tool.
Our special guest today is Trey. Trey, where are you coming from?
Hey everybody, I'm Trey Kearney. I am tuning in from New Jersey. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm an activator. I'm sorry. Let me calm
I
down.
love it. Okay.
So,
Let me just
Trey,
calm
could
myself down.
you're good. There's one you, and we love you.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you, could you share with us what your dominant domain is?
My dominant domain is relationship building. As you can see, I really love building relationships. So I got to calm down because this is good because I'm building relationships with y'all right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, how did you learn about strengths?
I learned about strengths from Monetta and taking the Gallup's assessment. And I am really thrilled with the results of what I got. It was really, really accurate about me. And it's good to see sometimes yourself on paper. And I didn't think it would really, not that I was doubting it, but I didn't really think it would be head on the way it was.
Nice.
We're going to talk to you today about your ideation strength.
Okay.
Where is that in your top 10? Trey?
It's number 9 in my top 10.
Number 9. Okay.
Awesome. And so, for those who may not know what ideation is, I'm going to quickly read Gallup's explanation. And so, people strong in the ideation theme are fascinated by ideas. They're able to find connections between things that seem to have no basis for comparison. Is that you?
Totally 100% me. 100%. Like, if anybody knows me, everybody who knows me knows I am the idea queen. Everything is an idea right now. I'm looking at y'all. I have an idea. Like, I am the ideation queen. I promise you. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to you about this then. What's your number 1 and your number 5 strength?
My number 1 is activator, and my
Mhm.
number 5 is connectedness.
Ah,
So, can
okay.
you tell us how you use your ideation? Give us an example.
I use it to really scale back on ideas because I have to be aware that that is one of my strengths and I can overdo it. So I
Mm,
use it to make sure I'm not doing too much and to have just an idea notebook so I
okay.
can stay on task with some things. Sometimes you got to use things to your advantage in another way
Mhm.
instead of using it to pursue ideas. Sometimes I have to tell myself, that's one of your strengths. So put it in a notebook, sit it down, and remember that it's there and go back when you finish the other idea that you had last month.
Okay, activator.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
How do you think your activator and your connectedness kind of work together with your ideation?
I think they all come together very strategically because I love to connect people. And when I see people who have similar ideas, in my mind, I say, I have to connect them. So I have an idea to connect two people that like to bake. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes together when you actually think about it. It's like I'm always connecting people where I see synergy, where I see they have similar ideas. And then I put in my mind to create this project with them, to put them on a show or or make them write an article or something together. So I just have to connect people when I know they have similar ideas, which gives me the idea to connect them, if that makes sense.
It does. It makes
Yeah.
all the sense in the world, and it's all surrounded by that relationship building
Right.
domain, right? So, what do you like about? 1 minute. Yes. What do you like about that strength? What do you like about ideation?
I like it because it's true to heart. I like that, I get to, implement my ideas and then I get to do project management with other people
Mm,
because I can start an idea, I can come up with the whole concept and I can complete it. So it leads to, opportunities, other opportunities. And I just love the fact that it's okay for that to be a strength, to be a person full of ideas. There's nothing wrong with it. And for years, I couldn't figure out what it was about me that
Mm,
always where I always had ideas, but actually it's embedded in me because it's just one of my strengths. It's just a natural strength of mine. So it's no denying it. And I just get to live in it and I get to share it with other people and I get to connect other people. And of course, my number one strength, activator, I
mhm.
get to activate these people in their own ideas. I'm like, no, you can do it. Like, if you have it in your mind, if you believe it, you can achieve it. So I have to, again, with the strengths, I've learned that these strengths that you have are not everybody else's strengths. So I have to explain to people sometimes I'm not pushy. I'm an activator. So I have to explain it in kind of a way to let them know if you don't want to, it's okay. I'm just always activating, motivating, but it's a strength that I can't turn off because it's just naturally there. And even when I'm with family, I'm immediately into activate stage, immediately into coaching them to be activated. Like, come on, let's go. We got to do this. And they're like, Trey, we're at a cookout. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I
Everybody
did
just
this.
listen.
There they are.
Yes.
Activator and ideation together. Woo!
Ooh, right. I'm telling you, my family and my friends, they've been on like I have a network where I build shows, a network for Generation X, and they've all been in the show just at a cookout because I'm like, the cookout show is such a good idea. Everybody sit down and let's do a show. We're gonna go live. And they're like, I'm walking away and I'm like, oh, okay. So I have to remind myself that everybody doesn't want to be in front of the camera. Everybody's not activated. Everybody is not full of ideas. So I use the strengths to make sure that I'm not being too much to some people who may not be like me. So it helps.
Yes. It helps to know yourself so well.
Yes.
So, Trey, what would you say to somebody who's sitting on the fence about taking this assessment?
I would tell them this is really, really a key thing in your life to know who you are, whether it's personal or professionally. So when you're going to fill out a job application, if you know your strengths, you know how to incorporate that in the interview process as well as on your application. So I would say personally in your life, if you know your strengths, you know not to put them on people too much and you know how to scale back. And then you can actually see other people's strengths through your own strength and you can like relationship wise it's so much easier for me to come into a room and be able to assess different people too with my energy. So I'm like, you're activated, this person over here is kind of quiet, so you don't want to leap on them. So it would help anybody in dealing personally and professionally with people outside of yourself. One thing that is a key component for me from this assessment is I know myself. So I'm aware of how I'm acting, I'm aware of how I'm behaving. And maybe I'm not being offensive to people. I'm just too much for some people. So if you know yourself, you know how to walk into a room, you know how to navigate. So I would encourage people to just do the assessment, just to know who they are so
Mhm.
they can be able to operate at their optimal capacity in life.
Love it. Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate this conversation. I
This was a
love
whole show.
getting to know you a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, thank
I
you.
bet
I
your
love it.
activator would love to do something like this, huh?
Of course. Yes. I was like, yes, I'm all for it. You know, some
Yeah.
people, again, some people are not in front of the camera, but when you know yourself, you're comfortable in the environments that make you happy. And also, one last thing, it teaches me what to outsource and it teaches me how to
Mhm.
stay out of the basement, like the
Mm,
weakness, my weaknesses, because they'll bring me down and they'll make me miss stuff. So when I
mm.
know to outsource to somebody else, because you know you're not going to do that. So it's been really, really a great, great assessment. And I just appreciate the fact of knowing myself and being able to operate and be me.
Awesome. Thank you, Trey.
You're welcome.